When your cat suddenly bites you out of nowhere, do you actually know what they're trying to say? Yes, it's startling, and sometimes it just feels like they're being moody or unpredictable. But behind that sudden, sharp action, there's something much deeper that most people miss. It's actually one of the most emotionally loaded and vulnerable things your cat can do. And if you misunderstand it or respond wrong, which most owners do, you might break their trust and push them away right when they are trying to communicate something crucial. Let's start with what that sudden bite really means. You're sitting on the couch, stroking your cat's fur. They're purring, leaning into your hand, seemingly loving the affection. Then, in a split second, their teeth are clamped onto your hand. Most people think it's an act of random aggression or that the cat suddenly decided they hate being touched. Here's what's actually happening. Your cat isn't attacking you. They are experiencing a neurological traffic jam. When you stroke their fur repeatedly, their hair follicles become hypersensitive. What started as a soothing, gentle touch rapidly transforms into an overwhelming, almost painful static shock to their nervous system. But they don't want to leave your lap. They want to stay near you, but they physically cannot handle the sensation anymore. The sudden bite is an emergency stop button. It is a desperate plea for the physical sensation to end while still wanting the emotional closeness to remain intact. And by the way, if your cat ever bites you and then immediately licks the exact same spot, don't brush it off. We'll get to what that really means at the end, and it's something most owners wish they had understood sooner. When that bite happens, it often feels like a betrayal. You were giving them pure affection, and they repaid you with pain. Most owners assume the cat just snapped without warning. Here's what's actually happening. Researchers who study feline behavior call this petting-induced aggression, and the science paints a profoundly different picture. A recent behavioral study from Sophia University, observing feline communication signals, revealed that cats give off multiple micro-warnings before a bite ever occurs. They might flick the very tip of their tail once, flatten their ears by just a fraction of an inch, or subtly shift their weight away from your hand. The study confirmed that cats expect their trusted companions to read these microscopic shifts. When you don't notice the warnings, the cat is forced to escalate. Here's what makes this so emotionally heavy. They bite because they trust you enough to set a boundary, expecting you to respect it. They are communicating in their native language, assuming you are fluent. When you punish them for the bite, you are essentially punishing them for speaking. Think about that for a second. Your response to this precise moment dictates whether your cat views you as a safe harbor who understands their limits or an unpredictable force they need to guard themselves against. They bite you because they believe you will listen. Have you ever noticed that sometimes the bite isn't a deep puncture, but a soft, deliberate mouthing? They wrap their teeth around your hand, hold it for a second, and simply let go. You might assume they are just playing or practicing their predatory instincts on you. Here's what most people don't realize. Inside a cat's mouth, right behind their teeth and along their cheeks, are active scent glands. When they gently mouth your bare skin, they are pressing those glands against you, physically mixing their unique biological markers with your scent. In the wild, cats only share scent with their core family unit. It is the highest form of social bonding and security. By placing their teeth on you without breaking the skin, they are quite literally claiming you. They are leaving invisible marks that tell the rest of the world that you are their territory, their family, their safe space. They are weaving your biological identities together in the only way they know how. It is a profound act of claiming that says you belong to them and they belong to you. And hey, if this makes sense to you, hit like and subscribe. It helps us reach more cat lovers who actually want to understand what their cat is really saying. Sometimes, a cat will bite you gently while they are kneading your stomach or a soft blanket, fully relaxed. Many owners find this baffling. Why use their teeth when they are clearly in a state of absolute bliss? Here's where it gets even more powerful. This behavior is a direct, untouched echo of kittenhood. When newborn kittens nurse from their mother, they need to stimulate milk flow and often bite or mouth the mother's fur in complete, helpless contentment. Animal cognition research from Kyoto University shows that adult domestic cats retain these juvenile behaviors exclusively for humans. They do not do this with other adult cats. When your cat sinks their teeth into your arm while purring deeply, they are reverting to the most primal, secure state they have ever known. They are projecting the image of their mother onto you. They feel so entirely safe in your presence that they lose all their adult defenses and survival instincts, becoming a vulnerable kitten again. You are not just a provider to them in that moment. You are their ultimate, ancient source of maternal security. You might notice your cat never bites guests when they get petted, but they will readily bite you when they have had enough. It is incredibly easy to feel slighted by this. Why are they perfectly behaved for strangers, but seemingly aggressive with the one person who feeds and cares for them? This is where most owners get it wrong. Cats are absolute masters of masking their discomfort. Around strangers or people they don't fully trust, a cat will often freeze and silently endure unwanted petting because asserting a boundary with an unknown threat is dangerous. They don't know how a stranger will react, so they suppress their own discomfort to stay safe. But with you, it is different. They don't freeze with you. They know they can tell you no. They don't do this with strangers or other people in your home. They only bite the person they trust enough to survive the conflict. The bite is undeniable proof that they feel secure enough in your relationship to express their true feelings. They are choosing you to be the one person in their world they never have to pretend around. Remember earlier when I said to pay close attention if your cat bites you and then immediately licks the exact same spot? This is what I was talking about. You might think the bite was the main event, and the lick is just them cleaning themselves or tasting your skin. But here is the deepest, most emotionally profound truth about feline behavior. Cats understand when they have crossed a line. When they bite you out of pure overstimulation, they are reacting to raw instinct. But the immediate, soft lick right after is an active, conscious choice. In complex feline social structures, grooming after a conflict is called allogrooming. It is an olive branch. It is a deliberate de-escalation tactic. Your cat is saying, "I physically needed you to stop, but I need you to know I still love you." They are apologizing. They are frantically trying to repair the bond they fear they just damaged by snapping at you. This is what most owners never realize. Your cat is experiencing a form of social remorse and actively working to maintain your relationship. They are sacrificing their own pride to ensure you know they still care deeply about you. So what happens if your cat used to give you these warning bites, but suddenly they stop? They just let you pet them. Their eyes go dead, their body goes stiff, and then they walk away. Many owners think they have finally trained their cat to be polite and accept affection. Here's what's actually happening. Your cat hasn't become more polite, they have given up. If a cat consistently tries to set boundaries and is ignored or punished, they stop trying to communicate altogether. Behavioral scientists observe this as a form of learned helplessness. They stop biting because they believe you are no longer listening. The vital channel of communication between you two is broken. If your cat stops expressing their limits entirely, it means the foundation of trust is fracturing. Don't ignore it. You have to rebuild that trust by watching for their subtle physical signals again, giving them their agency back before they ever feel the need to use their teeth. So, when your cat suddenly bites you while you are sharing a quiet moment, do you actually know what they're trying to say? It isn't malice, it isn't random aggression or them being difficult. That's not a simple behavioral problem. That's a desperate attempt to communicate a boundary, a primal display of claiming you as family, or a sign of ultimate maternal trust. When they place their teeth on your skin, they are speaking the most vulnerable language they know, trusting completely that you are listening. And that sudden bite, it was never small to them. And it shouldn't be small to you either.